Hello, welcome back. Last time I got yet another strawberry, and I feel like that probably brings my strawberry total in this level of what I've already collected to greater than any other level in the lobby so far. And I'm pretty sure there are two toward the beginning that I have not gotten yet. At least one, probably two. I sure did not understand how to get to either of them, but I sure look forward to restarting the level and gaining that understanding. Okay, so I did a little portion of this room to gain access to that. I got up to this point on the normal route and stopped. This was in the middle of a race with those things. So during that race I need to go up, down, dash right, down right, I'm gonna say. Okay, let's review... Actually, let's review the start of the route, because it was a bit ago and I don't remember. The thing did indeed stay open here. Dash, 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 hyper. So only this fourth dream block here involves anything more than just regular dash. Up, right, down, right, hyper to the right. Up, crouch, air, super thing. Reverse that way. Go in that to a hyper. Up, down, up, right, left. Up, bounce. Bubble up, right. Reverse, super. What happens after that? I do a wave dash into a down right. Okay. Bubble down left. Wave dash right. So yeah, up, up, down, right. Get in red bubble, wall bounce. Okay, so then I'm in this section. New stuff. I mean, new stuff starts at this green bubble, actually, because I never went up here. Didn't need to. So, wall bounce from red bubble. Is that close enough to the wall? It looks awfully far right. What does my hit bounce count as when I'm in the bubble? If a Madeline centered at that bubble were next to this wall, I'm probably within wall bounce tolerance range. Alright, that's clearly what that setup is, so I'm just gonna assume that's it. This looks like a instant super out of that bubble. Yeah, that's not a trajectory that seems like it's compatible with hyper. I think that's a super. Bubble up, interrupt left. I might die if I don't interrupt in time, because that spike's awfully close. Reverse super. For some of this I might need to fast bubble, since again, I'm in a race. Get in there, instant super, or whatever you want to call it. Up right, down left, right. Interrupt down, I'm guessing, because this bubble probably won't respawn in that amount of time. So this is like a very laid-back version of the bubble race I've done in strawberry rooms. From this red, I need to interrupt upright and fall through there. I've never parsed this part of the room. Do I still think that's a super? That looks more like a hyper to me, but does it look any different from the others if I measure them that way? Yes. The top of this spike is clearly below the top of that bubble. The top of, the spike to the right that is the hazard is clearly above the top of this bubble. And judging that on the other one, clearly above. So I think this is air super? Well, bubble super, bubble hyper. Because I think a super might bonk my head on that. Okay, how does the headroom compare between these two? If my measuring is correct, okay, so going up from the bubble, there's the one crystally spike left and slightly up. Then the one right and slightly down from there. Then the one to the right that is the headroom concern. That one, in the center of the screen here, is one tile farther right relative to the bubble than this one of concern, I think? Let me double check that. So center of bubble to center of that thing. Wait, what am I measuring? I'm doing this all wrong. Center of bubble to center of the spike. No, they're the same. Those are the exact same relative position. Over here, there is no such issue. So I'm going to say this is definitely a super, this is probably a super, this is maybe a hyper. However, if this is probably a super, then that would be compatible with this too, based on the spike reading. Okay, so let's just do them all as supers, that's simpler. Then this thing, that's right, I did look at this part of the room. Don't think I gotta do any fancy moves there, just bubble through the dream block and be in the other bubble. Like I don't need to hyper or super up there or anything, right? How's that angle? Angle should be okay. Bubble down, dream right, interrupt dream up. Maybe wall bounce slightly if you feel like it. That's a little narrow for one of those though. Probably just dash and be okay with it. Bubble right, bubble down. Bubble right, unless you really want to grab onto that wall, which I note is non-spiky. I don't feel like I've been very rewarded for that kind of behavior in this level in general. This pool is kind of conspicuous down here, though. I wonder. The angle on that bubble. Could a down left out of that be survivable? Perhaps if I did it crouched, because like this spike is awfully close. That one's no better. But maybe a crouch left down, crouch dash down left. Then a dash left. What am I thinking? Like I can go through this wall and swim in this and then something happens? Yeah, it's just one of those little spots that I can technically go and I kind of want to go. But if I didn't... Oh, by the way, I learned something about bubble dashes. Apparently the reason that I was sometimes dying in those narrow spots, like right after I did a crouched bubble and needed to do another crouch dash, what I was told is there's a 1-frame dead zone where another crouch dash is impossible. So I was getting a regular dash, which I saw looking closely at the video, where I was pressing the crouch dash button. So if I do a crouched bubble dash, and immediately on the first frame I can do it, or buffer I guess, another crouch dash, that will come out as a regular dash, and I will be uncrouched. So I have to wait to be outside the bubble for a bit to crouch again. So now I know for the future. Bubble up. How long is this race? Like, am I still in it at this point? I guess so. Bubble up, I guess just dash right. Bubble right, and then what? Wait, what am I looking at here? This is a weird spot. Oh, it's a bop down, and then a corner boost to the right? If it were, what would happen here? No, it's an air super to the right. No, an air crouch... Air hyper? I guess I'll call that an air hyper. So yeah, crouched air hyper here. Because super... Well, okay, so first of all, corner boost would leave me dashless here, and I would die. Super might be okay, actually. It would get me ultimately a little more height right here, making that hurdle easier, so I think that is a super. Alright, so bubble, dash down to rebound, air super, dash upright, get that, turn it into a... I guess they're suggesting I dash down with that, because that's clearly a bunny hop. If I would just dash upright and then drift downward, that crystal would be unnecessary. But I'm in a race, so that will help me save time. Get the feather, fly through here, reverse wave dash into ultra, dream, jump, dream, dash up to dream again, dash left to feather, feather through there, bubble down, pink dash down quickly, still in the race. So yeah, down, 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 down. After the dream, down left, get in bubble, bubble right, dream hyper, dash right. Why is the room still going? Well, this is presumably just an aligned dash straight up, then feather straight to the right, and be done with the room. Okay, room's not still going, it's just one final little set piece. I already know how to deal with that. should be okay. So, enough time went by, I almost need another review, but let's just do it. I'll review by experiencing it, right? Okay, so... Okay, your Dream Hyper, wait. That can't be a Dream Hyper. Is that just a regular Dream Jump? Yes, that's just a regular Dream Jump. I forgot how far those go. It's pretty far. Whoops, but my instincts say Hyper. So I do have to do that later on in the room. Okay. Oops, right. Yum yum. Dream Block gets a taste of a dash. It's not just for bubbles anymore. That was the wrong button, and I also didn't actually reverse it. Because I knew I pressed the wrong button. The attempt was forfeit already. That wasn't quite a hyper. That still wasn't. What am I doing with that? I'm doing something wrong with the inputs. That was it. Okay. Still remember how to do all this. Okay, I need a second. I'm not going to race particularly fast at the start. Yeah, I knew that timing would be unrecoverable. Here's a random thought. I know the answer already, but in case anyone else has forgotten, the reason I need to use those and start the race is because of the gate at the very final feather flight all the way over here. That would stop me at the very end of the room if I did not initiate the race. Okay. By the way, this room is not getting finished today, I can already tell. With the length of it, not happening. However, I'll make the progress I can make. And sometimes I'm wrong about those predictions, but I have a pretty strong feeling. So, let's not... I don't know, that thing's moving pretty fast. I might need to be fast bubbling just to, like, be able to proceed. But let's try not. Let's take it slow and casual. I need to get the alignment of that right. It's not easy. It is like lining up a wall bounce, but I feel like with a less clear reference point somehow. I didn't... I didn't. Okay. I still didn't. But the alignment was bad there, again. I have a lighting issue. I need to address that. I wouldn't have expected this to be a game where screen glare is a problem, but it is. Like, I need to see a lot of detail about, like, what I'm looking at on every corner of the screen. Alright, and I did not have the ability to do that at that moment. Hup, hup, hup. Here we go. Okay, new stuff. This is a super, I'm saying. Okay, proven that that is true. So that's a spot where I can pass through you. It is suspicious that this... Okay, let's follow. Gonna put my fingers on the screen again. So that's the portion that's pass-throughable. It's pretty small here, but I could stand on this platform, which is totally going to fall, so I couldn't. Is there any other interesting intersections with that? Right here, this would be standable. Wait. That doesn't line up. Oh, so it's moving up very slightly. So look at this alignment. That's in the center of the screen. And here, what will become the top of the bottom block is one tile above the bottom of the top block at its starting position. So it's moving upwards slightly as it goes right. I guess my implied question here is, do I want to stay ahead of that the entire time? Or am I okay with it briefly catching up to me? So here there is pressure. And if that's true, I can tell here there will also be pressure. Here the pressure will be relieved for a while because there's a lot of rightward motion happening in this spot. When and where does the rightward motion slow down? Here I'm going left a little bit, not much. Here I'm going left a more significant amount. But I feel like if I am well ahead at this, well, I guess this point, it doesn't look like I have much to worry about downstream from there, so like the tightest part of the race may just be this very beginning bit. Okay, so now that I have some idea of how I want to handle the beginning of the race, let's do that. As soon as I can stop not being aligned with that. It's hard. It's really hard. Okay, nope. Okay, so I'm like in half race brain there, but it's making me do weird things. Okay, race brain. That was perhaps way too aggressive, but actually most of those moves were very doable in race brain. So yeah, let me commit to that and get used to it, because I'm probably going to want that for the final run. Let's do that part fast. Fast bubble. Fast, 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 fast. Gotta get used to that gesture. Fast, 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 fast. Gotta get used to that part. There we go. I do have to interrupt that, okay, so okay, that's 2 dashes in a row that get eaten, and that just feels really bad every time. Fast. Too fast there. Okay, take a little break there if you need to recenter for that input, because it's just weird and different. Okay, little tiny break. There we go. That's another one of those, okay? Dang it, I pressed the wrong buttons. Hup. Hup. Okay, let's say this is probably a super. That works. Okay, so my right dash was input way too early and got eaten because I was still in the dream block. Other than that, that proved my plan for all of those things. Do I want to do a dream grab there? But I find that easier than just interrupting up. I mean, it'd be slower, so I should just interrupt up. So the race is still very much on at that point. Yeah, I haven't made that much rightward progress there. So pressure remains on. It's right around here it starts getting relieved. Oh right, I'm gonna forget what to do here. That's a down dash, then an air super, I think. Interrupt down, bunny hop. Feather. Flying is kinda slow, so I don't know. I don't think I get that much relief from the race pressure. Here though, that's Ultra, which will take me ahead a good bit. And that's the end already. Okay, I mean the end's not like quite the end, but pretty much. There's one final Dream Hyper there. Then I gotta land on this. That's concerning. I hope that just lines up nice and comfortable. Dream Hyper's a reliable distance. Like, there's no variability in that other than maybe a tiny bit, but almost none. So whatever I do the first time will work the second time, if there needs to be, but there shouldn't be. If I land this, right, that's the concern. If I land this, I'm done. Unless there's some trickery to lining that up. There shouldn't be? Shouldn't be. Alright. You know what? I think I can finish this room today. I changed my mind. That feels so good now that I know how to do it. Still not a little shaky on that part. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is very satisfying. Whoops! Whoops! Okay. Going a little slow. Alright, so I'm about to time my old record. Do go ahead and fast bubble down. Dash right, interrupt up. I think I have to dream grab there because I'm in dash cooldown. Alright, so I must first grab, then I can dash. I think that's how it's gonna work. Yeah, like that's just, it's too narrow. I don't have enough horizontal space to input another dash. Okay, so grab, then dash up. Bubble right, bubble down, bubble right, bubble up, dash right, bubble, smash down, air super, etc. Okay. Okay, here we go. That's not the right input. That's starting to feel natural, good. I grabbed, but wow, I waited a long time. Okay, well, technically that's a record. Again, I pressed. Am I doing this in the wrong order? Is this a Dream Hyper situation where the dash has to come first? Yes, it is. I learned that in a previous room. Okay, I need to watch my input order there. Don't just, like, jam both buttons at once. There is an order to them. In case you're curious, about 1 run in 3 reaches the interesting bit after the race starts. Those are my stats at the moment. This is the 3rd run after my last attempt, so this is... oh! Worse than average. Whoa. There we go, that's the way, that's the way. Okay, with confidence. I lost my confidence, okay. Remember how to do this part? It's been a little bit. Fast bubble down, dash right, dream grab left, jump at the same time if you want, that's what I did the first time. Dash up, get in bubble, right down, right, then I want to smash down at some point, okay. Well, I got my directions all confused. I need to not be pausing in that area. Just do all that without having to stop and think about it. That's what's going to be necessary. Okay, here we go. Don't pause. Just do. Okay, so that's a record. I still managed to pause. Alright, it's fine. Bubble, then dash. Bubble up, dash right, dash down. Super. Okay. When? I don't know. I don't know. Too often my jump's just not happening there. Like, I am pressing both inputs. I think it's an order thing, just like... Issue is, if I wait to be sure I'm aligned, the bubble might go off or the thing will catch up to me. I am in a race at that point. If I cleanly separate my inputs and press dash too much before jump, I don't get a trajectory that's compatible with making it. So they do have to be really, really close together. But dash has to be first, and I have to do all of that very fast. It's hard. It's a hard spot. First one's much easier for some reason, even though it's like the same situation. It should be. Okay, I'm not going at like super ridiculous hyperspeed. Well dang, that didn't make it. I'm sure clearing the room doesn't require super ridiculous hyperspeed. So maybe I should just, like, deliberately slow myself down slightly just to increase reliability. Might be a good idea. This part I can do fast, I know how, if I'm not talking about it. See, when I'm quiet, it's fine. Okay. Right, right, up, right, down, right into super. Right, up, right, down, right into super. Right, up, right, down, into super. There we go, that works. Down. Maybe that's not a good idea. So that's where the thing was. It was just catching up to me as I was dying from... Like, I still would have seen it if I'd managed to bunny hop there. I don't know that I want to do anything with this crystal. I might just want to gently steer myself down, land naturally, and then become a rabbit. I guess I could use it to reverse wave dash into the bunny hop if I wanted to really hit the gas pedal, but that makes, like, no difference. I'd rather land and then do the thing. Yeah, I'd rather land and then do the thing. Get the feather, fly an easy natural pattern. I mean, I can easily die in here, but it doesn't look like a particularly hard flight as flights in this level go. Do the natural thing, do the natural thing. This is a little less natural, but pretty easy. And then I'm already at the finish line. Right, here it's just like chain down dashes for a while. Once you get there, it becomes a down left at some point. Bubble right. Hyper. Ah, the bubble normalizes my vertical position. That's so nice. So I'll always have, like, exactly the same trajectory to land on this platform, which is good because it's pretty narrow. Okay, weirdly enough, I think I'm almost done. Might be a strange thing to say, but the back half of the level is just so much simpler than the front half. Solid enough, not the best I've had, but not the worst. Okay, got to that, used to that pretty quickly, and I'm here, okay? I'm feathering. Oh, so I can't up left feather, and that's where that thing ends up at that rate of speed. So start that feather left. Let's see if I can calculate that for the other feather too. Because that is kind of an important thing to know. I will be moving upwards, so I end up at, I don't know, just an awkward spot. So start left, curve that way. Yeah, like the big relief comes here. That ultra is going to get me way ahead. But yeah, then I need to cash that in on this descent, so this is still going to be tight. Got it. For this feather... Eesh. If I dash left into it, I think I'm better off not dashing. Flop out, veer left, then feather left, zigzag up and around. Okay. 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 There we go. Good. This is a lot of inputs at once. Yeah, that happens again. I'm so tempted to use that to go down, and I should, but I have to align it. Alright, I figured it out. I just have to encode that move in my brain as if it's a dream hyper. Then the inputs will come in the right order and at the right time. Still went up left. That's a really uncomfortable spot. I mean, the wall was coming at me, I wasn't going to make it anyway, but okay, so I have to find a way to fight my instincts and go left instead of up left there. And it's only happened twice, but it's happened the same way both of those times. Same thing as Dream Hyper. Yeah. Same thing as Dream Hyper. There we go. Yeah, the input is identical, pretty much. Yeah, I got used to that part real quickly. Just forget that. Left! I did it. Okay, so that flight's a little harder than... Yeah, I gotta turn 270 degrees really quickly. But not too quick. That's the way. Okay, head start here, so that this will be less stressful. I can't even see the thing. Good. Good. Okay. Oh, I thought I was high enough to do that. Alright, well that's a new record. Neat. And that was like close to the end. Very close. This room's not that long by this level's standards. By this level's standards, this room's tiny! Huh. There we go, okay. No, that wasn't the right direction. Oh, well, that's a new record, I think. Okay. So, somewhere around an hour and a half has elapsed. Not quite, but close enough for me. I am not in peak form today. I'm not playing at my best. On a better day, I could definitely do this room in one session. Today just isn't quite the right day for that, it looks like. I'll give it 5 more tries, and mostly the purpose of that is just to show my current standard of play. Yeah, that's kind of close to the end, but too bad. I don't know that I'm touching this, but 5 more tries. So this is what I'm playing like right now. That happens a lot. Oh, looking good so far here. Okay. Well, this is better than I was doing. Wait, what? This is fine. This is going great. Well, okay. So I set a really good new record. I need to not just, like, continually dash down, down, down. So I won the race. I definitely did win the race. Okay, well I have 4 more attempts left to do that again, and do the not just dash down, 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 down. So use this dream block, the sound of the dream block, to signal a down left dash, because otherwise my brain's just going to be hold down and hammer on the dash button and stuck in that loop without a way to break out of it. So break out of that loop through the dream block. That's when I dash down left. Okay, that is my signal. After that, a lot of that happens automatically. I do have to do 1 Dream Hyper, which is easy, and then this should be completely free. Should be. Okay, 4 tries left, if I want to stick to what I said. Three tries left, if I want to stick to what I said. Oh, but I'm having a strong second wind now, so I don't think I do. I'm going to stop counting and keep going. Whoa! Okay, I'm good. Yes, yes. No, too early. Hup, hup, hup. Oh, too early again. So that's a lot later than I keep thinking. Not too early. Well, not too late either. I'm a little behind. I'm kind of worried about my time. Ah, there we go. That's looking about right. I could probably do some of that faster. That's okay. I'm fast enough. If I can just get this. That's secretly like the hardest part. Here we go. Yep. Yep. That part is so hard. That timing, just what? It's hard. Good race. I'm here. Okay. Dang it, that timing's impossible. It's not. I've done it twice, but I can't repeat that success, apparently. Ooh, that was nice. Good. Very clean. Got the timing, okay. Can I do the rest? I think I'm doing it. I am doing it. Okay, okay, give me a second. I'm heading for the bubble. Everything is fine. I won the race. I don't need to make any other inputs. The bubble will get me through there. I need to do a dream hyper. When I unpause, I'm going to fast bubble so I feel like I'm more in control. Do a dream hyper, and the room is won. That wasn't a dream hyper. Dang. Dang, I hesitated too long and almost didn't quite win the race. I decided to just shut up and do it. It mostly worked. Huh. Huh. Dang! Okay. Yeah, almost. I was trying to press more deliberately instead of just hammering the button. I did, but then that made me not win the race. No! Okay. I see how to do that faster. I didn't, but now I understand. Maybe? Oh, I'm so slow. I was very slow. Okay. Alright, 3-hour mark has come and gone. I'm going to have to hang it up now. I really, really want to finish this room, and one issue here is this isn't too hard on the hands, but oh, the rest of my body is starting to complain. Also, what time is it? Good grief. Yeah, way, way later in the day than I can afford to do this, so... Okay. I like this room a lot. It's a whole lot of fun to play, and again, that's part of what kept me trying for so long. I got as far as failing this dream hyper once. That's what happened. Then all the times past that I lost the race, or didn't get the down left dash at the very end. Alright, so this feels like another situation where, like, this one last ice wall is standing in my way, and I've touched it, but I can't quite finish. Except the room's a lot shorter. Room has to be shorter for how it works. Alright, fine. Well, maybe I'll get it done super quick next time and be able to look at another room. Maybe it's going to take another full session. Maybe I'll play at a better standard on that day, and who knows. Anyway, alright, yeah, wanted to finish, but reality says no, not today. So, next time.